السكند سيشن هتكون بروفيسور نورة المنصور من الكويت هتقدم لنا سكروز فري LFD causes colon inflammation and liver fat accumulation. اهلا بحضرتك اتفضلي.
السلام عليكم. أهلا دكتورة. نبتدي تمام؟ السلام عليكم، مساء الخير. معكم دكتورة نورة المنصور من الكويت من معهد دسمان للسكري دسمان Diabetes Institute. Today I will present my work which is about the sucrose-free low-fat diet. The title is Sucrose-free low-fat diet causes colon inflammation and liver fat accumulation. Briefly, in this table, I'm showing some disorders in Egypt and rest of the GCC countries that include Kuwait. The metabolic syndrome is high in Saudi Arabia. It's up to 63%. And in Egypt, it's 55%. According to the diabetes, in GCC and Egypt is less than 25%, and for the non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, all the countries is range on 30%. There is many studies. There's many studies on diets. First of all, I have 2 studies on high-fat diet. One of them is showing that increasing saturated fat intake for just 2 weeks that can be raising the LDL cholesterol as well as the liver enzymes, that indicating the early signs of cardiovascular and liver stress. Other studies of high-fat diets are associated with cognitive impairments, including the memory defects and the neuroinflammation. For the low-fat diet, there is a study showing the meta-analysis of 2,106 people showed that the low-fat diet is reduce the total cholesterol as well as LDL, and compared to the high-fat diet. However, they also lead to a decrease in HDL and increase in triglyceride by this number that's showing here. And there is another study which is taking a period of 20 years of 49,000 of women found that the low-fat diet can be reducing the insulin-dependent diabetes by up to 25% and liver disease by up to 30% on those women without any condition. Finally, in the sucrose-free diet, while high sucrose intake is linked to metabolic syndrome and non-alcoholic fatty liver disease, the health effects of the sucrose-free diets, especially in the contents of low-fat intake, are less understood. Choose high-fat diet, choose sucrose-free low-fat diet. I choose it to understand if removing the sucrose in low-fat contents is truly beneficial. So, while the adverse effects of high-fat diet are well documented, as shown, and as we know, the health implication of low-fat diet, particularly those free of sucrose, are not fully studied. In this study, the aim is to investigate whether the sucrose-free low-fat diet truly offers metabolic health benefit or if it may have unintended consequence. There is 3 objectives. The first one is to assess inflammation in colon and liver and measuring the glucose and insulin tolerance. Finally, analyze the metabolic hormone profiles. According to the material and method that we studied, the experiment is extend up to 16 weeks. Divided into 2 groups of C57 male mice. Their age is from 8 to 10 weeks. In each group is 5 to 6 mice. Both groups, their diet is low fat. The studied group is sucrose-free low-fat diet. in the end of when sacrifice the mice, we did until the sacrifice. There is many measurement or tests that we did it. The metabolic test for the body weight, OGTT, ITT, and TBG, and there is a plasma hormone analysis to see the marker, and there is histological analysis for different staining and immunohistochemistry. Also, there is gene expression. In the end, we did the statistical analysis. To show the result, the first result is according to the colon. We saw there is no significant change in body or liver weight. Sorry if I can. So here in the chart, there is no significant body or liver weight. And the second point is saccharose-free low-fat colon. There is marked inflammation, okay, and there is elevation or a high expression of those marker like IL-1. Sorry, there is IL-1 beta, IL-6. CCL2, FOXO, and the rest. And there is no change in ZO1, ecculidine, which are the permeability markers. Yeah. So according to the result of liver steatosis and inflammation, the HNE and oil red O, the fatty, there is fat accumulation and lipid accumulation in the saccharose-free low-fat diet mice, and there is a significant higher inflammation, and there is a high marker of F480 and CD11C macrophages marker, as well as upregulation or higher in IL-1 beta and IL-6 messenger RNA expression. So last section, which is according to the glucose metabolism test, the saccharose-free low-fat diet mice, there is impaired glucose tolerance, OGTT, and insulin-resistant ITT, and there is a higher fasting glucose and reduction in fasting insulin. There is elevated in C-peptide, GLB1, GIB, and the rest. I think I have plenty of time, right, Doctor? Hello, Doctor? Yeah, I think there's plenty of time, but almost I will finish now, okay? Yeah, so many scientists and doctors, they ask me why you choose saccharose-free low-fat diet. So in my team, we choose the saccharose-free low-fat diet to explore the effect of sugar and fat elimination, which is a less study dietary model, as I mentioned previously. And most research focus on the high-fat diet, saccharose-free, even the low-fat diet without sugar-free, leaving a gap in understanding if healthier a diet impact. So, sorry. In the discussion and conclusion, the key finding is the colon, according to the colon, saccharose-free low-fat diet lead to significant inflammatory response, increase inflammatory cells, mediators, and gene expression, and there is no change in colon structure or weight. And according to the liver, which is liver damage, the mice on saccharose-free low-fat diet develop hepatic steatosis and liver inflammation, unlike the control, of course. And according to the metabolic dysfunction, saccharose-free low-fat diet causes glucose intolerance, insulin resistance, and elevation or higher in fasting glucose, challenging the idea that the fat and sugar removal is inherently beneficial. According to the conclusion, the saccharose-free low-fat diet, although it's low in fat and high sugar, trigger inflammation and metabolic disruption, showing that absence of this component is not always protective. Emphasize the complex interplay of the dietary elements and their physical effects, highlights the need for more dietary guidelines and further studies on how diet composition and not just quantity affect the health. Our findings contribute to a broader understanding of how even healthy diet form may boost the risk under certain conditions. So finally, I would like to thank my team. We have here Dr. Fatima Al-Bahman, and I would like to thank the AASD and also my institution, the Desmond Davis Institution, and KFAS, Kuwait Foundation for the Advancement of Science. And thank you all. For any question? Thank you.
Actually, you are saying just the opposite of another session today that's saying that it's good for low-fat diet is a healthy diet and it's beneficial for diabetics. But it was done on patients, not on mice.
Yeah.
بتهيألي التجارب على الحيوانات أسهل كتير.
طبعا.
لأن بيسمح لك إن تديله الدايت اللي أنت عايزاها وتشرحيه وتعملي investigations أحسن كتير. ففي تضارب كبير قوي بين التجارب اللي اتعملت على المايس واللي اتعملت على البيشنتس. هي بتبقى حاجه سبجكتيف لان البيشنت بيقول لك انا اكلت اللي قلتي عليه، لكن الحقيقه ممكن يكون ما اكلش اللي قلنا عليه.
صح.
لكن ده كلام بالنسبه لي جديد وغريب. ان اللو فات دايت اتس نوت ذات بينيفيشال. مش ده اللي انت عايزه تقوليه.
صح.
بس انتوا عاملين شغل قوي جدا.
شكرا.
وعاملين فعلا تيستس كتيره قوي وحاجات مكلفه جدا على المايس. فانا بهنيكوا على الشغل ده واعتقد ان احنا يعني هنحتاج ننفستيجيت مور بقى على الهيومن.
صح.
ونشوف فعلا الكلام ده حقيقي ولا لا. بشكرك جدا، ولو حد عايز يسال اي سؤال.
شكرا لك دكتوره. شكرا لك. شكرا دكتوره، جزاك الله خير.
كده اعتقد السيشنز هنا اندد، وهنروح بقى ان شاء الله هناك السيشن بتاع السيمبوزيوم بتاع الدراجز.